Okay, I wanted to just one other piece I wanted to get to one of your questions.
Okay.
I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit. Also, just as this is not the one I wanted to say, but you were asking in terms of like where's the line between anti-Israel and anti-Semitism and all of that. So to me, there's like that meme that I sent you about when people are only speaking up when it's Israel, right? So that to me smells of anti-Semitism. You know what I mean? When people don't speak up about Assad, and they don't speak up about Myanmar, and they don't speak up about Mali, and they don't speak up about Yemen, and they don't speak up about anything else, but all of a sudden when it's Israel, then it's, all hell breaks loose. I don't know exactly what do you make of that? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's one of the definitions of anti-Semitism in the whatever the UN definition is. When Israel is singled out for criticism when many other countries are in the exact same position or the same situation. So I don't know. So I'll tell you what Kim Iverson said to me, which I think is total baloney. But in my texting with her, she said, well, no, it's because she said, well, we don't give money to Yemen, and we don't give money to Mali, and we don't give money to Myanmar, and we don't give money to Syria, but we're funding this against the Arabs. We're funding against Gaza. I don't believe that's the reason.
Could be part of it, yeah.
I don't know. Ireland is not funding Israel, right? Ireland is not funding Israel, and they're very anti-Israel, and I don't see them ever speaking up about these other atrocities. So I don't know. I really just don't know. I just as a person, I try very much not to take the ADL approach of like everything's anti-Semitism and this is anti-Semitism and that. I don't agree with that. I do agree that criticizing Israel when it's legitimate is legitimate, absolutely. However, when it's very, very, very one-sided and it's very clear that Israel is the only one that's being singled out for it, that I don't know.
It's also only singled out in a positive way. Like this morning, I watched this third Republican debate. There are many conflicts in the world. Only two were mentioned: Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, and of course Hamas. And then all these politicians are in competition to see who supports Israel the most. And maybe that angers people. Like, why are these politicians only expressing their massive support for Israel? Maybe that bothers people. And that's why they zoom in on Israel.
It could be part of it.
They didn't mention Syria. They didn't mention Myanmar, where things are blowing up. They don't mention Congo.
It's Afghanistan, Pakistan sending out 1.7 million.
Yeah, they don't mention it.
Right. I definitely hear that.
There are tensions in Kosovo. They don't mention that.
Yes. I don't know.
Then it's also the politicians' fault for always focusing on Israel, and then people follow this more and get emotional. I think it's logical.
It could be. I really don't know. I think that the Palestinians have a very, very good PR structure. I think they have a very, very good with social media and Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib and all of this. I think they have a very, very good
TikTok, Instagram. Their celebrities are doing really well.
Yeah. They have a very, very strong PR. I mean, what I saw on TikTok, the amount of pro-Palestine versus pro-Israel that it changed after October 7th. Did you see that chart? Like in the beginning they were basically the same, and then boom, like So
that's with every dead child in Gaza. I think it goes. Yeah,
I think so. But it also wouldn't surprise me if China is playing with the algorithm in order to sow more unrest. I don't know.
I admit I know very little about China. Could be.
I don't know.
And by the way, in that third Republican debate, there was a whole bit about TikTok and how they want to ban it. I thought that was very unusual that a country wants to ban an app.
Okay, I don't have a strong opinion about it. I think it's very unusual that we have what's essentially an enemy of America, China, that they have an incredible intravenous drip into the minds of American children like never before.
I've also heard that TikTok is completely different in China, that it's very educational.
Exactly.
And China, it's complete bullshit.
Exactly, right.
I teach teenagers. I see what it does to some, like concentration span obliterated.
Yes.
And I asked them, what did you do yesterday? I watched TikTok for 2 hours. Okay, tell me, what did you see? I don't remember.
Right.
But you watched it for 2 hours. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's crazy. I also teach
but the
teenagers.
question is if this is deliberate. I don't know if this is deliberate, if this is the goal.
It looks deliberate to me. Like the fact that in China it's all educational and it's elevating and it's, it's good for them, and that in America it's like the worst of the worst content and getting people into all these other crazy issues and psychological issues that spread on TikTok. It's really crazy. It's a crazy world.